Good morning students. Welcome back for today's class. I hope you all are doing very well. In the previous class we had discussed about United Nations and its organs. Children, today we are going to discuss about the specialized agencies of United Nations. United Nations helped its member nations through these specialized agencies. Do you remember how many member nations United Nations has? Yes, 193 member nations. Now, one more thing we have to discuss about the meaning of agency. Agency means a body which provides a specific service to a government or a similar organization. Now, same with United Nations. It has many specialized agencies that operate under its guidance. These agencies are autonomous or independent organizations with their own rules, membership, organs, and financial resources. And these agencies work to improve the existing standard of living, provide employment, protect human rights, and so on. Now today we are going to discuss about three main agencies of United Nations, and these are WHO, UNICEF, and UNESCO. Let's start with the first one, WHO. It stands for World Health Organization. Its aim is to achieve the highest possible level of health for all the people in the world. It was established in 1948. Its headquarters is in Geneva. Now let's discuss about the functions of WHO. First, eradicating epidemics like smallpox, cholera, malaria, polio, AIDS, and the present example COVID-19. Number 2, it helps in improving nutrition, housing, sanitation, living conditions, and other aspects of environmental hygiene. It has other functions also, like preparing international standards for food and pharmaceutical products. It provides information, counseling, and support in the field of health. It also helps government in strengthening health-related services and health education among the masses. Now children, let's watch a small video on WHO.
COVID-19 is an infectious disease caused by a new coronavirus introduced to humans for the first time. It is spread from person to person, mainly through the droplets produced when an infected person speaks, coughs, or sneezes. These droplets can land in the mouths or noses of people who are nearby. These droplets are too heavy to travel far in the air. They only travel approximately 1 meter and quickly settle on surfaces. This is the reason person-to-person spread is happening mainly between close contacts. The exact time that the virus can survive on surfaces is not yet known. So it is wise to clean surfaces regularly, particularly in the vicinity of people infected with COVID-19. Hands touch many surfaces, which can be contaminated with the virus. You should therefore avoid touching your eyes, nose, or mouth, since contaminated hands can transfer the virus from the surface to yourself. When coughing or sneezing, cover your mouth and nose with the bend of your elbow or use a disposable tissue. If a tissue is used, discard it immediately into a closed bin. The most effective way to prevent the spread of the new coronavirus is to clean your hands frequently with an alcohol-based hand rub or soap and water. This will eliminate the virus if it is on your hands. Stay healthy and prevent the spread of COVID-19.
Let's discuss about the second agency of United Nations. This is UNICEF. It stands for United Nations Children Fund. Its aim was to provide emergency food and health care to children in countries that had been destroyed by World War II. It was created in 1946 and its headquarters is in New York. Now, UNICEF became a permanent part of the United Nations in 1953. Let's discuss about the functions of UNICEF. It protects the rights of children. Number 2, providing access to quality service for children and women. It also looks after the welfare of the vulnerable children. UNICEF also conducts several campaigns across the globe to create awareness and to improve children's lives. In these programs, it carries out how to provide clean drinking water, nutritional food, smallpox, vaccinations, and oral polio drops to children. UNICEF supports the Indian government's total sanitation campaign through its program, that is, School Saving Lives. UNICEF's greeting cards create awareness and help in raising funds. These cards are made by children. Let's watch a small video on UNICEF.
Look closely. Really closely. Deep into the eyes of a child. See their hope. And ours too. Whoever she is, wherever he lives, every child deserves a childhood. That's why UNICEF is there, for each and every child. Working day in, day out, in 190 countries and territories, reaching the hardest to reach, the furthest from help. It's why we stay to the end and never give up. Will you stand with us?
Stand with us. Stand with us. Stand with us.
For every child.
Let's discuss about the third main agency of United Nations, that is UNESCO. It stands for United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. Its aim is to promote peace and security through education, science and culture. It was established in 1945. Its headquarters is in Paris. Let's discuss about the functions. First, helping the member nations to preserve their cultural heritage. Number 2, working for the achievement of education for all. Number 3, strengthening the democracy, rule of law and respect for human rights in Africa. Last but not the least, promoting basic research in the field of science. Let's watch a small video related to this agency.
In 2016, the archaeological site of Philippi in Greece was listed as a World Heritage Site by UNESCO. It was one of 21 such sites that made the grade last year. The World Heritage Convention was adopted in 1972 with the aim of protecting the world's most valuable natural and cultural treasures. One of the first World Heritage Sites was the Galapagos Islands in Ecuador. Italy has the most UNESCO World Heritage Sites with 51, followed by China, Spain, France, Germany and Mexico. There are now a total of 1,052 World Heritage Sites around the world, in 165 countries. 814 of them are cultural sites that may have historical or anthropological value. 203 are natural sites that may include habitats for threatened species. And 35 are a mixture of both types. But some of them are at risk. Of 229 sites identified by the World Wildlife Fund as being significant for their natural value in 2016, almost half are threatened by industrial development, such as illegal logging, mining, and oil and gas development. Being designated a World Heritage Site can bring attention and put pressure on governments to protect areas. But the publicity can also cause an uptick in tourism to the sites, leading to further degradation. 55 World Heritage Sites are listed as being in danger, some of them due to conflict. All 6 of Syria's UNESCO World Heritage Sites have been damaged or destroyed in the war. Palmyra was an ancient city whose well-preserved ruins were partially blown up by Islamic State militants after they seized control of the area. But World Heritage does not only consist of places you can visit. UNESCO has a list of things of intangible cultural heritage that includes items such as yoga, Turkish coffee, and Belgian beer. They at least do not seem to be at risk of disappearing anytime soon.
Yes, students, till now we have completed 3 main agencies of United Nations. I hope you must have enjoyed these videos as they are very informative also. All these agencies are doing a great job in their allocated areas. However, much more work still needs to be done. The member countries should cooperate more in order to realize the objectives of these agencies. This is all for today's class. Stay at home and take care of yourself. Thank you. Have a nice day.